Okay, Susan, here is your workout. So, if you want to do a quick warm up, this is one that I have on the member site. If you get a chance to look in there, under NEWU, means new you, no excuse workout, you'll see some warm ups there. So, but for now, we'll just do like kind of a lifting up and bringing the elbows down. If that feels okay. If it doesn't, then you're just gonna swing and bend the knees. I like to just let the arms hang and they just kind of flop up against the body. We'll just do this for a few minutes. Not a few minutes, a few seconds. Just get you warmed up and just kind of like shake it out. All right. So I want to start with a squat. You can use the tubing that I gave you, and in that case, you might want to use like 2 or 3 of them and hook them onto the handles. You would have like 2 or 3, the stronger ones, and black is the strongest one. And you would just have them on the handles and you could do the squatting that way. So that's where you're going to pressure, sorry, I just need to angle this properly. So that's where you're going to pressure through the heel. Remember, this is not going to hold you up, but you do want to sit back a little bit and you can bring that chest down to counter the move. If it does hold you up a little bit, then you can kind of just be a little bit more upright. So we're going to do 12 of these. Pressure on the heel, squeeze your butt cheeks as you stand. Trying to pay attention to where your shoulders are at the same time. And still that lengthening feeling as if you're peering over that wall. Squeezing the butt. Good. Then you'll take a medium tube, probably the green one I think might be good. And this is where you're going to have it about chest height. This one's a little bit high, so about here. Okay, so we're going to do palms facing up, pinky pull, leading with the elbow. Bringing your awareness to your back muscles, imagining the area around your shoulder blade, contracting through the muscles there, keeping the shoulder blades pulled down into the back pocket. Knees are a little bit soft, but don't have to be too soft. Remember to breathe. Good. Okay, turning around. This is that press. So you're going to have your wrists firm, elbows lateral to the chest, slightly back as you press forward. Remembering to figure which leg you like to have forward that doesn't trigger your low back. 3. Remember to breathe as you push. Okay. Now we're going to do seated. Just going to put this up a little bit. Okay. This is the one we're going to sit in a chair. If you have a little something that you can squeeze between your knees, keeping that foot flex and extend. I know you can't really see that, so there. Okay. Lift, flex the foot, squeeze through the lower quad, and relax. Lift, squeeze, and relax. We're going to do 5 on each side. Take as much time as you need. I think that was 4. Good. And from there, we're going to just do a stand up, sit down and back. Stand up, sit down and back. See how my back is working as a unit, so I'm leaning forward, my back is flat. Stick the hips back, bend forward, lean, using my hands as a guide. I'm going to do one more. Good. Okay. Now we have palms in. Okay, so pulling in, pull, pinky pull, and out. Think about pulling those shoulder blades into the back pocket as you pull. And that should probably feel a little more comfortable. Because if this is happening, the shoulder coming forward, or trying to pull too much, even though you're hooking your hands, but if you're still trying to leverage that through the forearm, it might create a little tension in the shoulders. And one more. Okay, now we're doing the offering. Okay, underhand, the tubing comes on the inside of the body. Palms are straight up, right underneath the chest, and straight out. Offering up your beautiful essence, your love and kindness to this world. Remember to breathe. Good. Okay. Coming down to the floor. Heels on the ground, hands to the side, rolling the hips up, slowly vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up onto the shoulder blades, reversing back down. And we're going to squeeze your butt cheeks when you're at the top. We're going to do 8 of these. So 7. And one more. Good. standing up. Okay, overhand tubing and pulling up to shoulder height. You create your resistance depending on how far forward or how far back you stand. Good. All right. Now you can leave it in this position, or you can put it a little higher. If you have it in the same position, you have to bend at the waist a little bit more like this as you extend the arms back. Okay, so if that bothers your back in any way, then you can come up a little higher. Okay, so here, elbows back, palms are down, full extension. Okay, now bicep curl. And this is where you can either leave it in the middle, or you can go a little lower. Keeping the wrists firm, so the wrists don't open up like this. And slightly cocked. One more. Good. Okay, we'll come over to the floor. Heels on the ball, legs are straight. Oh, pillow there. Okay, tilting the tailbone, coming up onto your shoulder blades to that point where you start to feel that discomfort. Stop there and back down. Seven times, okay? All right, how you feeling? Okay. So putting that tubing back in the center. You're gonna use your lightest tubing on this one, probably yellow, I think it is. Hand on the side, elbow in, wrist is firm. So you're not moving the wrist this way. From there, you're pushing the elbow into your side as you open your arm out to the side. And 10. The other side. 8, 2 more, 9, and good. Okay, tricep, this is the palms forward this time. Okay, so elbows behind the torso, palms are up, wrists are firm, full extension. Tricep is responsible for extending that elbow, working the inner head of the tricep. Keeping the shoulder blade still pulled down the back. And 10. Okay, and then coming down to the bottom. We're doing these slow and methodical because that's important to make sure you get the proper posture and alignment. Okay, now you're gonna lean forward, elbows, arms are back, elbows stay behind the torso, curl the hand to the shoulders. 5, wrists are firm, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, grab your ball. This is the one we're going to do the pelvic tilts. Oops. There we go. Guess I don't need to look like the headless. There we go. Okay. Tilting the hips forward. Allowing your hips, your butt cheeks, everything to grab and move the ball. Squeeze and roll forward. Relax the hips and move back. Squeeze forward. Push back. One more. Squeeze forward. Push back. Centering yourself. Hip towards the shoulder. Hip bone towards the shoulder. I have a very short waist, so my hips, my ribs basically sit on top of my hips. Okay, we're going to do one more each side. And then circles 3 in each direction, trying to get that mobility as much as you can while trying to maintain upper body in the position that it's in. Other way. Good. Okay, coming to the floor. Your favorites, reverse crunches. Hands to the side, crossing one foot over the other if you like. Remember that you have one that you feel better on top. I think it's your right on top. Right underneath, right underneath. Okay, and squeeze your I can't talk all of a sudden. Pelvic tilt, that's allowing you to lift your hips, and in lifting your hips, your knees are going to move towards your shoulders. It's a very small movement, but potent. Last one. That's 10. Okay. Then we're going to go into that lunge position. Relaxing. So bringing your hips down towards the floor, but again, it's not the pushing down, it's the allowing it to soften. So you got your knee above your ankle, hands are down to your side to give you some support, and you're just letting the hips release. So because I'm quite flexible in the hips, I'm actually kind of holding myself, because if I just let it all go, it's a bit intense because I'm a bit sore right now from my workout. So that feeling of releasing the hips. Breathing into that, allowing that intensity of breath at the end of the inhale might intensify the sensation, and just breathing in into that space. Then extend that leg, not totally straight, rest your chest on your leg, bring your hips back, tilt your hips back, bring the toe up. You'll feel that stretch up more towards the glute hamstring tie-in, and a couple breaths here. Okay, other leg, knee above the ankle. Allowing those hips to open and soften. Breathing into those hips. Good, and then extend that leg, rest that chest on your leg, tilt your hips back, bringing the toes up. Breathing into that as well. Okay, laying down on your back, getting comfortable. I'm going to take you through a little guided visualization. So closing your eyes. Allowing your breath to take you inward into your internal landscape. Feeling your whole body open and expand as you inhale, and soften and relax as you exhale. On the end of that inhalation, feeling intensity rising in the body as the desire to release. And then just succumbing to the release, letting go, letting the breath go, letting it all go. The breath allows us to be present. The bottom of that exhale, noticing that desire to take in and allowing that sensation, that experience, that filling to happen. And releasing, letting it all go. Letting go of the last minute, letting go of yesterday, letting go of the last year, just letting it all go. And then with the breath, really being aware of your cells, taking in this life energy. Imagining them filling with this life energy and then swishing and swirling and releasing any old toxins, old patterns and behaviors that are no longer serving you. Letting it go with the breath. And placing your hands over your heart, feeling your beautiful heartbeat. That essence that is you, that connection, that beat, that metronome of life that you are in alignment with. No matter what is going on in this world, you can always come back to your heartbeat and your breath. Imagining your heart energy coming down your arms into your hands, knowing that all that you create, all that you touch is an expression of you. Extending that love out into this world. Those you love and see every day. Those that you love but don't see every day, and those strangers that you come upon on the street. Just extending the grace. And taking your hands, rubbing them together, feeling that heat generating between the palms. Once you feel that heat generated, you're going to place your hands over your eyes as you inhale deeply. And as you exhale, lifting your hands up and away to a fresh perspective. There you go, lovely. And let me know how this goes, but we'll be touching base, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.